What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about porn, why it's bad, and why you, yes, you, need to cut this shit out of your life for good, for all time, man. You do not want porn in your life. It's going to destroy your success. It's going to fuck with your brain. It's going to make you lonely. It's going to waste your time and do a ton of other bad things that I'm going to talk to you about today. First, everything I'm about to get into today, I not everything, but a vast majority of it came from this book called Your Brain on Porn by Gary Wilson. You guys need to check out his website. He is the author of this website, yourbrainonporn.com. It has so many studies on basically explaining why evolution has not prepared your brain for today's internet. It has studies on the changes of the brain when you watch internet. It has studies on how brain just fucks up your brain in general. And this helped me out so much going through my um, journey, getting rid of porn and masturbating. And I think you guys should definitely do it, man. Check it out. That's the guy right there, Gary Wilson. He's a genius, very smart guy. I've listened to him speak a few times. I'll have the link to the website in the description below, and you guys should definitely check that out. So, time to talk about porn, man. Porn is just a terrible thing, dude. I've read so many studies into it. I read that book. I've looked into all the studies. It literally changes your brain. First of all, when you watch porn, you seek so much novelty. And there's something called the Coolidge effect, which basically means that it was an experiment that was done that showed that rats, when they were introduced a new woman into the cage every time, they could literally have sex until exhaustion, until physical exhaustion. However, on the contrary, if the rat just had one woman, he would have a more natural um, process where he would stop having sex with a woman as much. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But with porn, imagine it. You can imagine the last time you watched porn, you were clicking through video after video after video with all these different women, man, just endlessly, like blonde, brunette, perfect Asian, 10 out of 10, black woman, threesome, anything you want, just at your fingertips. This makes your brain expect novelty, and that's just not how life is. That's not how you're ever gonna have it in real life. Um, and it's just gonna ruin sex for you. It's just gonna ruin your relationships in a way that's gonna make you expect things that aren't real. It's gonna make you think sex is something that it really isn't. Okay, so literally, watching all this porn is gonna change your expectations, make you expect novelty, and just fuck up your brain, man. And here's a perfect example. I know the letters are a little fuzzy there, but on the left side you can see a normal brain. And right next to it, the picture right in the middle is a picture of your brain on heroin. Now looking right to the right, here's a picture of your brain on porn. Which one looks similar? The normal brain or the heroin? Clearly it's the heroin. This porn will actually fuck up your brain, guys. I am praying that you guys get rid of this, man, because you have to. You have to. It's really bad. It's really bad. It literally will trick you to think that you have all this shit going on when really, like this picture shows, you don't got anything, bro. You don't have a damn thing. Porn is something else. And then another big bad thing about porn is just the time. Imagine all the time that you spent on porn. If you could just save up all that time, how many hours and hours and hours of time that would be. I don't know about you guys, but I remember back in the day when I was doing it. Shh, the amount of time I spent whacking it off to some porn, bro, I could have been doing so much stuff, dude. I could have wrote a book. I could have majored in something, dude. It's so much time. All that time adding up to what? To pretending like you're getting all these women when you're not? Why don't you go out and meet a fucking girl? You know? Stop running away from your fears and go check it out. Go check out the real scene. Go try picking up a girl at the bar. Because here's another big problem with it. Imagine you're out at the bar and you see an attractive girl that you want to talk to instinctively, but then the fear comes and you're like, oh, dude, she's a gorgeous girl, but what's the point of me putting myself out there with the chance of rejection, the chance of looking like an idiot, the chance of being embarrassed in front of everyone when I can just go home and jack off to a 10 blonde girl, then switch to a 10 brunette girl and all this. When you have those two options there, of course you're going to take the latter option and just go home and whack it off. But then, once you guys cut out porn and jacking off, you're going to realize that that option's not there, and you're going to go talk to that girl. That's what's going to happen. You're going to talk to that girl. You're going to meet her friends. You're going to make a little circle group there. You're going to merge other circle groups, and you're just going to go out, have a great time, meet all these different beautiful women, and you can have a real life woman next to you every night. Or you can have different women as well, but the thing is, they're going to be real. They're not going to be some fake online shit where you're by yourself lonely jacking off. Speaking of being lonely, there's studies that have shown that porn literally makes you lonely. I'm not kidding. Here's a quote: "The more one uses pornography, the more lonely one becomes," says Dr. Gary Brooks, a psychologist who has worked with porn addicts for the last 30 years. Quote, "Anytime a person spends much time with the usual cycle, it can't help but be depressing, demeaning, self-loathing kind of experience," he says. It's a bad thing, man. You need to get this out of your life. And the last thing I'll say is, it's literally addictive. Porn is not something to play around with, man. It is addictive. It fills you with lies. It damages your sex life. And it literally addicts you the same way, similarly to a drug. The brains of people who are in heroin, they did the same thing with dopamine from like food addictions. It's literally an addiction. You need to get this out of your life, man. It's like taking a hit. It messes up your dopamine. It messes up your natural pleasures in your brain, so that when you're out and about in your normal day life, you have less dopamine to be used for everyday life. So everyday activities are less enjoyable. And what are you thinking about when you're out and about doing your normal activities? You're just thinking about going home and whacking it off to some HD video. It's not the way you want to live your life, man. I'm telling you right now, I've seen both sides of the coin. I can only tell you my own personal experience outside of all the studies and stuff, my own anecdotal experience being deep into that masturbating and porn every day, sometimes multiple times a day, and now completely cutting it off for over a year. I can tell you that my life now is 100 times better. Okay, of course, that's an exaggeration, but it's a lot better, man. I'm telling you, if you cut out porn and masturbating, your life is so much better. Everything has a lightness to it, man. Like, I feel light, I feel free. Every daily activity is more enjoyable. I don't know if it's because of dopamine. I don't know if it's because my brain is rewired normally to women and normal day activities. I don't know what the reason is, but I can tell you it's better, bro. And I'm hoping for all you guys out there to cut out porn, get rid of it, and also, if you can, obviously this is step 2, but try to cut out lusting. Don't just be lusting over women like this, because if you lust purely over just not love and lust, like love and lust are two different things. If you're just solely lusting over a woman, it has similar effects as a porn. Okay, obviously not as bad. Obviously not as bad. I would much rather have you guys lusting over every girl you see in real life than over some digital pixelized woman on your phone, but it has very similar effects. Not very, but it does have similar effects to porn. It wastes your time, it wastes your thinking ability, and if you want to be very successful like I do, and I know a lot of you guys do, and that's why you're watching this video. You're watching this video because you care about yourself and you care about your success. You need to cut porn out. You need to try to cut lust out, man, and we can do big things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check the description below if you want to learn more, or if you want to buy the book that I previously mentioned. I learned a lot from it, and look forward to talking to you guys in the later videos. Have a good one, and tackle your fears.